Getting hold of product right now, as we know, is pretty difficult in this current state of the Pokemon market. But what about just booster packs? Now, a lot of people, struggling to get hold of booster boxes. They seem to be a very difficult product to get hold of right now. People turn into other things like collection boxes and tins. One thing I get asked quite a lot is about single booster packs, or necessarily maybe even like the blister packs themselves. Now, personally, I don't collect loose boosters, but they can be a good investment for that long term and is a very cheaper alternative than, trying to find a booster box, especially right now. Booster boxes are actually one of the most expensive, ways of getting hold just packs. It really is. It's like an inflated price just because it's a booster box rather than loose packs. So today we'll be going through on TCG Player a bunch of different sets which I think are good to pick up for under $10. As we know, things are getting pretty expensive, so I want to go through certain sets that may be good to open for under $10, and also some sets that are going to be good to keep sealed, right? You're going to keep hold of for that long term as well. Let's jump in. The first one we're looking at today is Obsidian Flames. Now, this is one I think is good to open rather than keep sealed, even though Obsidian Flames is getting harder and harder to get hold of because of how old it is. But I do believe it's a good one to open. I mean, you can keep it sealed. I don't think it's necessarily bad. We are looking at around about $6 for Obsidian Flames. It's getting more and more pricey. A lot of people didn't like this set for the longest time, but as you can see, it's gone up 23% over the past 3 months, which is pretty impressive. Over the past 6 months, it's gone up by 87%, which is very, very good. And if we go back a year, it's gone up 127%. This is a set that's not only good to open, but also pretty good to keep sealed. Booster boxes are going up in price as well, and it's a small set, so if you're going to open it, you're more likely to get the hit cards you want from the set, and so on and so forth. So if you're going to crack packs, Obsidian's pretty good. If you want to keep it sealed for the long term, it's also pretty good. Like the ETBs are pretty expensive because of the Charmander promo. I think because there's a Charizard set as well, that it will do well. And I mean, as you can see, right, over the past year, it is more than doubled in price for a booster pack of Obsidian Flames, and I think it will go up. I think it will still climb. It's definitely now shown to be better than Darkness Ablaze from Sword and Shield, and yeah, I mean, it's getting harder and harder to find, guys. Like, just trying to get hold of Obsidian Flames packs is tough. Okay, then we're going to look at Paldea Evolved, another early Scarlet Violet era set. This one, in my opinion, I think is going to be good to keep sealed for the future, and the reason being is because Paldea Evolved was one of these sets where it kind of was not interesting to begin with, but then it came out probably about a year or so later. People started to appreciate how good Paldea Evolved is. Got some amazing illustration rares in there, big chase cards, and the like. Again, like Obsidian, it is getting quite old now. It is harder and harder to find. This product was pretty difficult to get in like tins and collection boxes. They really didn't put Paldea Evolved in much, which was kind of strange compared to some of the other products and other sets. We look at $7 for a Paldea Evolved, which is getting, pretty pricey. 32% it's gone up over the past 3 months. Over the past 6 months, it's gone up 83%. And over the past year, just like Obsidian, it's gone up by over 120%, which is just, again, absolutely incredible. I do feel like Paldea Evolved is better than Obsidian. I mean, if you look at the booster boxes for Paldea, it's far more expensive. So yeah, I think for me, Paldea Evolved is a home run set to keep sealed. Now to open, I mean, it's not too bad to open. The early Scarlet and Violet era sets are actually pretty good to open. Like, they have pretty good pull rates, so that's not too bad, right? I think Paldea Evolved could be a good one to open as well. It is a bit more pricey, but definitely keep sealed is really good. And then again, another early Scarlet and Violet is obviously Scarlet and Violet base set. This one is probably one of the cheaper ones we'll be looking at today. So this one here is $5.50. And, Scarlet and Violet, no one cared about, right? They really didn't. And as you can see, like, over the past 3 months, it's gone up by 40%. Now, I think this one is actually good to keep sealed. And the reason why is because of its age. And the value of the cards in the set are not the best. I mean, it is going up in value, but overall, it's not the best. Over the past 6 months, it's gone up by 100%. Over the past year, again, it's gone up by over 120%. Very, very impressive. Booster boxes for this one is, pretty cheap. This one also has low volatility, which is very, very good. So this one, definitely keep an eye out for. Stock up on these. $5.50 is not bad. If you look at Sword and Shield base, that's pretty expensive. And even Sun and Moon base. So base sets tend to over time can go up in value, and this one has been climbing very, very nicely. Okay, so this one kind of breaks the rule a little bit. It is slightly over $10, but I had to include it on this list, and that is 151. Right, so this one's $10.68. I know it's close, right? I know it's a little bit over $10, but honestly, I can't not talk about this. And the reason being is because here in the UK, this is very expensive. Like, we're looking at around about £13 to £15 a pack for 151, okay? Which is roughly around $15 to $18 a pack. That's pretty much what we're looking at over here. And it is very, very expensive. It just is. So $10 or around $10 is very, very good. This set is, in my opinion, one of possibly, probably not the best, but definitely one of the best sets in the Scarlet Violet era. I would probably put it still at number 2. I still think Prismatic is the best, and then I would say 151 is a very, very close second. As we go back over the past 6 months, it's gone up by 25%. We go back over the past year, it's gone up by nearly 60%. Okay, hasn't gone up anywhere near as much as the last few sets we looked at. They have been, in the US anyway, they've been pretty good at printing more, like more booster bundles and so on and so forth to get packs out there, Blooming Waters and stuff like that. Here in the UK, different story. We got kind of wrecked with getting hold of product. We didn't get all these booster bundle reprints and restocks. We didn't get much Blooming Waters. We just got absolutely hosed. So for you guys here with me in the UK, we know the struggle with 151. And low volatility, look, it's going to be incredible. It's a great set to open. It's an incredible set to keep sealed. It's a home run set through and through. Top on this. Next up, we've got Crown Zenith. We're going back to the Sword and Shield era. And this one's just slightly under $10 at $9.59. And it is doing really well, right? Over the past 3 months, 56%. Over the past 6 months, 118%. And over the past year, 120%, right? So again, we see a big, big jump with Crown Zenith. Look, here's the thing with Crown Zenith. It's an incredible set to open. Hit rates are absolutely bonkers. It is more expensive, right? You are paying nearly $10 a booster pack now compared to what you were paying. Is it worth opening up for $10 a pack now? Probably not. Is it worth to keep sealed? 100%. It is such a good set. I would highly suggest keeping it sealed. It is so, so good. And yeah, it's definitely one to keep for the ages, right? It is like arguably probably the best set to open in the whole of the Sword and Shield era. It's just a home run set. It just really is. People loved this when it came out. Been out now for a few years. It has just been crushing it. And I would expect to see Crown Zenith keep climbing in the future. So it's a good one to keep sealed. Okay, moving on. Lost Origin, another Sword and Shield era pack here. So this one is $8. I would probably advise to keep it sealed. And the reason being is products are better than some of the earlier Sword and Shield because of obviously the trainer gallery, but the product's still pretty tough, especially like unless you want to try and pull that Giratina, but it's still very difficult. $8 now for Lost Origin. We're looking at $12 here. We're looking at about 12% increase here. Over the past 6 months, we're looking at 61% increase, and over the past year, it's doubled. Okay. Now, here's the thing with Lost Origin. It is really expensive. Booster boxes are super expensive. Overall, across the board, I would keep it sealed. It's harder to find Lost Origin now unless you were going to go and buy an older collection box or an older tin. Or you pick up a booster box. But a booster box, like I said, is probably the more expensive way of doing it. So $8 a pack is not too bad. There are some good tins and collection boxes that do contain a lot of Lost Origin that you can get hold of. And one example is you can get a Lost Origin pack in the Iono Premium Torn collection boxes. Actually comes with one Lost Origin pack. So keep that one in mind if you do want to get hold of just some Lost Origin, but that's also a pretty good one for the future. Next up, we've got Surging Sparks. Of course, incredible set. Is due to have a reprint and more coming, at some point. But it is $7, okay? It is $7. Has been dropped just a smidge. Over the past 6 months, it's gone up by 45%. It has been a year, but it's gone up by 56%. Here's the thing with Surging Sparks is to open, personally, I would probably say no. I mean, you're looking at what, still like $2.50 a box over in the US. Here in the UK, I mean, Surging Sparks you could probably pick up for like $180, $190 a box. It's actually not too bad. But I personally wouldn't be opening up Surging Sparks at $7 a pack. I just wouldn't. Keep sealed, yeah, it's not too bad. You look at low volatility, which is pretty good. The reason why I wouldn't open it at $7 is mainly because of more restocks or reprints. You could see the price drop. Then you may be like, why do I want to buy it now to keep sealed if the price is going to drop? And the thing is, keeping sealed is just better, right? Like, if you're going to keep it sealed for that long term, it doesn't really matter that much compared to if you're going to crack it open, you're going to be, well, you're essentially losing money. You're paying more, right? If you open up at $7, then, you know, compared to say $5 if it gets, you know, restock reprinted, then, you know, that's that. Whereas if you're going to go down the route of keeping it sealed, you bought it at $7, it drops down to $5, and then maybe in a year's time or 2 years' time, it goes up to like $8 or $9. Doesn't really matter, right? Not too bad. You can, you know, maybe buy more when it gets to $5. But I think right now it's a good one to get to keep sealed. Next we've got Journey Together. Journey Together is a weird one, because this one came out and it was like insanely expensive. Right? It was much higher than anything we've seen before. We have never seen a booster box come out above MSRP. Not even Surging Sparks did that. It was a new territory, you know, for everybody. You know, we're looking at over $200 a booster box. You just wouldn't expect that. Here in the UK, you're looking at £160, £170 a box, just slightly over MSRP. But yeah, crazy stuff going on. It's under $6 right now. It has been dropping quite a bit actually. I mean, at one point apparently it was at $11. I don't know what happened there. But you know, we're looking at around about $6, which is actually less than some of the other sets we just looked at. And is it good to open? Yeah, I think this is still a pretty good set to open, even at $6. I know it sounds a bit wild, but I think, you know, at MSRP, if you can find it in collection boxes and stuff, not bad. But at $6, I think it's good, right? It's a small set, got good pull rates. Keeping sealed, I mean, yeah, I would say keep sealed is probably good as well. I think opening is fine right now for Journey Together. It's so new, that's the only issue. I do expect it to drop, but we'll see. You know, it's got medium volatility. Look, you know, things right now are pretty wild. I think the market's going to cool down real quick when we start getting into the summer months. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Journey Together. With more stock coming, we could see the price drop. But right now, I would probably just open it. And then finally today, we have Paldean Fates. I mean, look, it says here $10.02, but look, it says $9.96, right? We're going to go with the $9.96, so it's just on that $10. Paldean Fates, it's $10, right? And this thing's been going up 21% over the past 3 months. Past 6 months, it's gone up by 97%. And over the past year, it's gone up 130%. This thing shot up like an absolute rocket. It's just absolutely wild. Is it worth to keep sealed? Is it worth to open? Open is still not bad, right? You do have a lot of the baby shinies. You've got good solid hit rates in Paldean Fates. The truth of the matter is, it's not worth it. At $10 a pack now, it's just not worth opening up. The value that you're going to get in there is not going to be worth it. It's just not great, right? Of course, if you hit the Bubble Mew, if you hit the Charizard, stuff like that, it's going to be absolutely amazing. But let's be real. Are we going to pull it? Most likely not, although we did the other day, which was incredible. But no, I think with Paldean Fates, it's one to keep sealed. It really is. It's really weird that they just haven't reprinted this and restocked this anywhere near on the same level as Shining Fates or Hidden Fates. But I would keep it sealed, in all honesty, whether or not it would be obviously the single packs you can get from tins and things like that. ETBs are getting more and more trickier and become more and more expensive. So it's a more expensive way of buying the packs. But loose packs, either from tins and what have you, is a good way of going. It's got low volatility as well. I mean, we're seeing it going up here in the UK. You're looking at around about £8 to £9 a booster pack, so it is on the rise really. But I do think it's a good one. So there you have it, guys. Those are just some sets and some booster packs to either open or to keep sealed. In all honesty, a lot of them are good to keep sealed. Some are good to open, right? Obsidian Flames is pretty good to open, small set. One that we didn't look at today was actually Stellar Crown, which is actually a pretty good set to open as well. And due to have like reprints. But yeah, I mean, Stellar Crown, pretty good. Sword and Shield, keep them sealed. Like, don't even bother, even though Crown Zenith is so good to open. Because of the cost and everything, I think now just keep Sword and Shield sealed. It is a super tough set. Like, if you have Fusion Strike or Revolving Skies, please keep that sealed. Just don't even be tempted to open them. It's just not worth it. It really is not worth it. 151 is an interesting one because it is on the expensive side, but it is really good to open still. It has very good pull rates and the value in there is very, very good. However, it is going to be a very good set in the long term when sealed. So keep that one in mind, especially here in the UK. I would say keep 151 sealed just because it is more expensive here. But yeah, Sword and Shield, keep sealed. And then the earlier sets, right? The more recent ones, right? The Journey Together, the Surging Sparks. Personally, I would like keep hold of them. Personally, like with the newer stuff, like Journey Together, I would probably open it. Surging, probably keep it sealed, I would say. We didn't talk about Prismatic because it's more than $10 a booster pack, but if I was to say about Prismatic, I wouldn't open it. Definitely not. But then, yeah, and then of course we'll have Deaths and Rivals coming out soon, which will be interesting to see how that one goes. But right now, that's my thoughts and opinions on booster packs. If you made this far into the video and you've enjoyed it, make sure to smash the like button, and of course, make sure you subscribe for more Pokemon content. And guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. What would you do? What would you do? Which sets would you open? Which ones would you keep sealed? Are you like me and you just want to rip them all open and have a good bit of fun? I like what I want to like to do. But overall, I think these are really good sets to look out for if you can pick some of these up to keep sealed or to be an absolute degen and rip them open. That's it from me, guys, in today's video. For more Pokemon content, make sure to click the video on the screen, and of course, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And as always, thank you so much for watching. You guys are legends, and I'll see you in the next one.